There's a dangerous illusion that controls modern people. The illusion that life is supposed to be comfortable, that if things become difficult, painful, lonely, exhausting, or emotionally heavy, then somehow something has gone wrong. But the truth is far darker than that. Life was never designed to make you comfortable. It was designed to test you. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every season of isolation, every sleepless night, every internal battle you fight silently while smiling in front of others, all of it is shaping you into either someone stronger or someone weaker. And the frightening reality is that most people never realize they are becoming weak until it is too late. They become addicted to ease, addicted to validation, addicted to emotional escape, addicted to distraction. Their bodies continue living, but internally, they begin collapsing. That is why men like Niccolò Machiavelli believed strength was not built through idealism, but through understanding the harsh realities of human nature, and why Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that a disciplined mind must remain steady regardless of what the world throws at it. Because history has always belonged to people who learned how to endure, not people who complained the loudest, not people who waited for fairness, not people who depended on motivation, but people who adapted. The problem is, most people spend their entire lives avoiding the very experiences that would transform them. They run from pain, run from responsibility, run from truth, run from silence. And in doing so, they unknowingly run from their own potential. Today, we are going to confront 4 brutal truths that most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid. Truths that can either offend your ego or completely transform your life. Because the moment you stop lying to yourself, you become dangerous. Truth number 1. Nobody is coming to save you. This is the first illusion you must destroy if you ever want to become mentally strong. Nobody is coming. No perfect mentor. No perfect opportunity. No magical moment where suddenly your life becomes easier and your mind becomes disciplined. That fantasy destroys millions of people because it teaches dependence instead of strength. Most people live passively. They wait for inspiration before they act. Wait for confidence before they begin. Wait for support before they move. Wait for certainty before they take risks. And while they wait, life quietly passes them by. Marcus Aurelius understood something most people never understand. You cannot control the world around you, but you can control your response to it. That realization changes everything. Because the moment you stop expecting rescue, you begin developing resilience. And resilience is what separates powerful people from fragile people. Fragile people collapse when life becomes difficult. Strong people adapt. This is why Niccolò Machiavelli repeatedly warned that reality is often cold, ruthless, and unforgiving. He understood that survival belongs to those who prepare themselves psychologically for hardship instead of fantasizing about comfort. Look carefully at the world. Nobody wakes up and decides to hand you greatness. Nobody owes you discipline. Nobody owes you success. Nobody owes you understanding. Nobody owes you respect. And once you fully accept that truth, you stop behaving like a victim. Victimhood is seductive because it removes responsibility. It allows people to blame circumstances instead of confronting themselves. But blame never transforms anyone. Responsibility does. The strongest individuals are often the people who suffered without becoming bitter. People who continued moving forward despite exhaustion, despite rejection, despite loneliness, despite failure. Because eventually they realize something important. Strength is not built when life is easy. Strength is built when you continue anyway, when you wake up tired and still work, when your emotions are unstable and you still remain disciplined, when nobody believes in you and you continue building quietly in silence. That is where power begins. Most people misunderstand strength. They think strength is aggression, dominance, control. But real strength is self-mastery, the ability to govern your mind despite chaos, to remain calm while others panic, to remain disciplined while others become emotional, to continue moving while others surrender. And this is why so many people remain trapped in mediocrity, because deep down, they are still waiting for someone to save them, but nobody is coming. And strangely, that should inspire you, because it means your future finally belongs to you. Truth number 2. Life is not fair. This truth destroys entitlement, and entitlement is one of the greatest weaknesses a person can carry. Many people secretly believe life should reward them simply because they are good people. But reality does not function emotionally. Reality functions through action, adaptability, discipline, and endurance. Some people are born into wealth. Others are born into suffering. Some people receive opportunities immediately. Others must fight for every inch of progress. Some people are naturally admired. Others are ignored for years. That is life, and no amount of anger changes it. Niccolò Machiavelli deeply understood the unpredictable nature of fortune. He believed life constantly shifts between order and chaos, and the only people who survive are those strong enough to adapt when circumstances become hostile. Weak people complain about reality. Strong people prepare for it. That is the difference. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that external events are beyond our control. And once you understand this, you stop wasting energy fighting reality emotionally. You begin focusing on what can actually be controlled. Your thoughts, your discipline, your habits, your mindset, your reactions. That is where power exists. Most suffering becomes unbearable because people resist accepting reality. They keep asking, why is this happening to me? But life rarely explains itself. Sometimes people betray you without reason. Sometimes effort goes unnoticed. Sometimes good intentions are punished. Sometimes hard work does not immediately produce rewards. That is the brutal nature of existence. And if you emotionally collapse every time life becomes unfair, you will never survive difficult seasons. The strongest minds understand that pain is unavoidable. But unnecessary emotional suffering often comes from resistance, from refusing to accept reality as it is. This does not mean becoming cold or hopeless. It means becoming mentally prepared. Prepared for disappointment. Prepared for betrayal. Prepared for uncertainty. Prepared for hardship. Because prepared minds break less easily. One of the most dangerous modern habits is emotional fragility. People want comfort at all times, validation at all times, ease at all times. But comfort weakens character when consumed excessively. Hardship introduces depth, And the people who become dangerous are usually the ones who learned how to endure unfair situations without losing control of themselves. That is why emotional discipline matters so much, because the world respects emotional stability far more than emotional chaos. Anyone can remain calm when life is easy. But can you remain composed when life humiliates you? Can you remain focused when life disappoints you? Can you remain disciplined when nothing seems to be working? That is where character reveals itself. Truth number 3. Comfort is making you weak. The modern world profits from distraction. Everything around you is designed to sedate your attention. Endless scrolling, instant gratification, constant stimulation, cheap entertainment, temporary dopamine, and slowly, without realizing it, people become psychologically weak because comfort removes the need for discipline. You no longer need patience, no longer need focus, no longer need endurance. Everything becomes instant. And when a person becomes addicted to instant pleasure, they lose the ability to tolerate discomfort. That is extremely dangerous, because every meaningful transformation requires discomfort. Marcus Aurelius believed the mind becomes stronger through voluntary discipline, not through excess, not through indulgence, but through self-control. Meanwhile, Niccolò Machiavelli understood that weak people become easy to manipulate because they prioritize comfort over awareness. And modern society understands this perfectly. Distracted people are easier to control. A distracted mind rarely builds anything meaningful. Look around carefully. People cannot sit in silence anymore, cannot focus deeply anymore, cannot endure boredom anymore. Their minds constantly crave stimulation, and that addiction destroys ambition. Because ambition requires sustained effort. It requires patience during invisible progress, discipline during emotional exhaustion, consistency during uncertainty. But comfort teaches people to quit the moment effort becomes painful. That is why most people never discover their full potential. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they avoid discomfort. Painful conversations, painful discipline, painful honesty, painful sacrifice. Yet those painful experiences are precisely what creates strength. Every powerful version of yourself exists behind discomfort, behind the workout you avoid, behind the conversation you fear, behind the risk you delay, behind the discipline you resist. And this is why so many people remain average for their entire lives. Because average feels safe, but safety slowly destroys greatness. There is a reason difficult experiences often produce the strongest individuals. Because hardship forces adaptation. It forces awareness, forces emotional control, forces discipline, forces resilience. Comfort rarely teaches those things. That is why isolation sometimes transforms people more than crowds. Silence sometimes teaches more than noise. Struggle sometimes develops more wisdom than success. The uncomfortable seasons of your life are often the seasons shaping you the most. And one day you will realize something terrifying. The things you avoided were often the things capable of transforming you. Truth number 4. Time is running out. This is the final truth most people desperately avoid thinking about. You are going to die. One day your routines will end. Your conversations will end. Your ambitions will end. Your distractions will end. And suddenly all the time you assumed you had disappears forever. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on mortality because he understood something powerful. When you remember death, you stop wasting life. You stop obsessing over meaningless approval. Stop chasing empty validation. Stop fearing insignificant opinions. Because death clarifies priorities. And Niccolò Machiavelli understood that history forgets weak and indecisive people quickly. Life rewards those who act decisively while they still have time. The frightening reality is that most people live as if they have unlimited tomorrows. They delay their goals, delay discipline, delay courage, delay transformation, and eventually, delay becomes regret. Years disappear faster than people realize. One moment you are young and full of ambition. The next moment you are wondering where the time went. That is why urgency matters, not panic. Urgency. The urgency to become who you are capable of becoming before time disappears. Because deep down, most people already know what they need to do. They know the habits destroying them, know the discipline they are avoiding, know the truth they keep escaping. But awareness without action changes nothing. And that is the tragedy. Potential means absolutely nothing without execution. One disciplined year can completely transform your life. But most people never experience transformation because they continue negotiating with weakness. They continue choosing comfort over growth, distraction over purpose, entertainment over discipline, and slowly, their potential dies quietly, not dramatically, quietly. That is the real danger, not failure, wasted potential. One day, nobody will care about your excuses. Only your actions will remain, only your character, only your discipline, only the life you built through your decisions. And when you fully understand how temporary life truly is, you begin living differently, more intentionally, more courageously, more honestly, because you finally understand something most people never do. Time is the only thing you can never recover. Conclusion. The truth is brutal. Nobody is coming to save you. Life is unfair. Comfort is weakening you. And time is running out. But these truths are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to awaken you. Because weak people depend on illusion. Strong people confront reality. That is why most people remain trapped. They spend their lives avoiding discomfort instead of evolving through it. But the moment you stop running from truth, your transformation begins. Marcus Aurelius believed that the quality of your mind determines the quality of your life. And Niccolò Machiavelli understood that power belongs to those willing to see reality clearly, while others remain blinded by fantasy. That combination is dangerous. Clarity and discipline. Because once a person becomes mentally disciplined, very little can control them anymore. Not fear, not chaos, not rejection, not suffering. So the real question is not whether life will challenge you. It will. The real question is, will hardship destroy you or forge you into someone stronger? Because every painful season carries the possibility of transformation. And perhaps strength is not becoming emotionless. Perhaps strength is learning how to continue moving forward despite the pain. One decision at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one disciplined day at a time, until eventually you become unrecognizable from the person you once were. Before you leave, ask yourself honestly, will hardship destroy you or forge you into someone stronger? If this message spoke to you, like, subscribe, share this video, and comment. Discipline is freedom.